Welcome to DRTSPR show. This is Dr. Tangella Shiva Prasad Reddy alias Dr. TSPR. Namaste, Adab, hello, and a warm welcome to P. Srinivasa Reddy Garu. He's an advocate. He has done his M.B.A. and he has got a lot of credits. And he's also expert in international trade laws as well as economics. Why I'm trying to introduce him in, he is a multifaceted personality. Now today I'm introducing him as expert in international trade as well as economics. The case is such, today's show, ఈరోజు చేసుకుంటున్నటువంటి షో, ఆదాని ఏదైతే ఆదానిపై అవినీతి ఆరోపణలు వస్తున్నాయో అది ఈ కంపెనీయా ఆ కంపెనీ అని కాదు. హిండన్బర్గ్ ఇంతకుముందు చేసిన షార్ట్ సెల్లర్ అమెరికా. సో అన్ని కంపెనీల మీద ఆయనపై వస్తున్నటువంటి అవినీతి ఆరోపణలు, ఆయన సుప్రీంకోర్టు కూడా ఒక కమిటీ వేసి స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ దాన్ని జాయింట్ పార్లమెంట్ కమిటీ ద్వారా ప్రభుత్వం చేయిస్తా అని చెప్పిన తర్వాత సుప్రీంకోర్టు పర్యవేక్షణలో జరగాల్సినటువంటి ఆ స్టాక్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ ఎవరైతే చైర్మన్ ఉన్నారో మిస్ బుచర్, ఈ రోజు వరకు తను ఆ జాయింట్ పార్లమెంట్ కమిటీ ముందు రాకపోవడం ఇది ఒక పెద్ద మచ్చగా మోడీ ప్రభుత్వానికి తప్పనిసరి పరిస్థితులు. ఎందుకంటే సుప్రీంకోర్టు ఈజ్ వెరీ క్లియర్ that she has to appear in front of the Joint Parliamentary Committee. Ms. Butcher from Stock Exchange Board of India, the chairman, and who has been linked to help Adani shares to go beyond, make money beyond at the cost of innocent investors, banks, private financial companies, and it is a unilateral jump in the Forbes list at the cost of resources and rights of India. So when such is the case, the probe is not moving ahead in spite of the short seller Hindenburg warning. But now all of a sudden, arrest warrant from US court against Adani and 7 of other his executives. And we are going to discuss that. So this is another follow-up as things have started badly in India for him. And believe me, I am challenging everyone because I am devout Hindu. I am in Ayyappa Diksha. Don't get carried away by those videos which they are circulating at the stroke of elections. ఎన్నికల ముందు కొన్ని వీడియోలు చేస్తా ఉన్నా, నేను ఒక హిందువును, అయ్యప్ప దీక్షలో ఉన్నా. I am challenging you. Come, we will discuss on DRTSPR channels. Wonderful guests like P. Srinivasa Reddy garu. We have rule of law, evidences, and constitution. How did Adani grow 2000 from 2014? How many times he has grown if there is no support by the government of the day? I'm challenging you. And that too destroying public sector units. ప్రభుత్వ రంగ సంస్థలను ఒకదాని తర్వాత ఒకటి రైడ్లు అయిన తర్వాత అన్ని అప్పరంగా ఆదానికి అప్పచెప్పినరా లేదా? 2014 నుంచి ఏ విధంగా ఇతను ఇంత స్టేజ్కి వచ్చాడు? డబ్బులు ఎవరికి ఇస్తున్నారో ఈ ఎలక్ట్రల్ బాండ్స్ సుప్రీంకోర్టు బయట పెట్టింది కదా. సుప్రీంకోర్టు has exposed electoral bonds. Now you have come to know quid pro quo. So that is why today's show is important. I will take a forward from him and then I'll start showing videos and the document also which has been shared by Srinivasa Reddy garu, because people should understand what this document is all about. Sir, please, మీరు మాట్లాడుతుండని I'll try to show you this document.
యా, అంటే ఈరోజు మొత్తం ఒక అదానీ గేట్ అని చెప్పి యుఎస్ అంటే చార్జ్ షీట్ అంటాం ఇక్కడ మన భాషలో, ఇక్కడ లీగల్ లాంగ్వేజ్, వాళ్ళు ఇండిక్ట్మెంట్ they have released 54 pages and not on companies, on 8 individuals. Ikkada they have not mentioned the companies. You please see, they have mentioned 8 individuals, out of which Gautam Adani, his nephew, and top companies of that group where he is the chairman or MD or CEO or something like that. వాళ్ళ మీద charges అంటే నాట్ ఈవెన్ అక్యూజ్డ్, దెర్ ఇస్ ఏ ప్రైమా ఫేసి ఎవిడెన్స్. సో ఎవరు అంటే యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ అటార్నీ ఫర్ ఈస్టర్న్ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ ఆఫ్ న్యూయార్క్, అంటే దే ఆర్ ద ప్రాసిక్యూటర్స్. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఎట్లయితే ఇన్వెస్టిగేటింగ్ ఏజెన్సీస్ ఉన్నాయో, పోలీస్ అంటాము, లేకుంటే సిబిఐ, ఈడీ ఎట్లయితే ఉన్నాయో అట్లా. దెన్ అనదర్ ఈజ్ అసిస్టెంట్ డైరెక్టర్ ఇన్ఛార్జ్ ఆఫ్ ఫెడరల్ బ్యూరో ఆఫ్ ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ న్యూయార్క్. ఈ రెండు సంస్థలు కలిపి ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ చేసి ఈ 8 మంది మీద నాట్ ఎలిగేషన్
చార్జెస్
కమ్ అప్ విత్ అబౌట్ 5 గ్రౌండ్స్, 5 కౌంట్స్ అంటాము. ఇక్కడనేమో గ్రౌండ్స్ అంటాము, ఇష్యూస్ అంటాము, ఫ్రేమింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఇష్యూస్ అంటాము. అంటే ఇది ఈ కోర్టులో సుదీర్ఘంగా జరిగింది. ఇప్పుడు ఇవాళ ఈ 54 పేజీలు పబ్లిక్ డొమైన్లో వచ్చినాక ఇక అదానీ గారికి వాట్ నెక్స్ట్ అంటే హీ హాస్ టు ఫేస్ ద ట్రయల్. ఇవాళ వారు కూడా అన్నారు, ఎస్ వీ విల్ టేక్ లీగల్ రికోర్స్ అని. లీగల్ రికోర్స్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇన్ ఇండియా, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ US ఓన్లీ, ఇన్ దిస్ కోర్ట్ బై దిస్ 8 ఇండివిజువల్స్. దెన్ వన్స్ ట్రయల్ అయిపోయినాక అప్పుడు ఫర్దర్ ఎవిడెన్స్, వాదోపివాదాలు విన్నాక అదర్ హీ విల్ బి కన్విక్టెడ్, అంటే ఈ ఇండిక్ట్మెంట్ నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ స్టేజ్ ఇస్ కన్విక్టెడ్, ఆర్ హీ విల్ బి ఏమి ఎక్కడ నేరం లేదు అంటే హీ విల్ బి అక్వెంటెడ్. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ వెరీ వెరీ సీరియస్ ఫర్ హిమ్. అంటే ఇక్కడ అదానీ గ్రూప్ అనే పేరు వాడలేదు, 8 ఇండివిజువల్స్ పేరే వాడారు. సో హీఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు ఫేస్ ఇండివిజువల్లీ ఫర్ ద ట్రయల్ ఇన్ US అనేది నాకు ఉన్న అవగాహనతో చెప్పగలుగుతాను. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కేసు మొత్తం ఏంటిది, అది ఎవరు ఇండియాలో బ్రైబ్స్ ఇస్తే US వాళ్ళకి ఏం సంబంధము అంటే వాళ్ళు క్లియర్గా ఏం చెప్పారు అంటే, ఎస్ బ్రైబ్స్ ఆర్ గివెన్ టు ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ అఫీషియల్స్ ఫర్ వాట్, ఎందుకు అంటే టు లై టు ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ అండ్ బ్యాంక్స్. ఎవరా ఇన్వెస్టర్స్, బ్యాంక్స్ అంటే అక్కడ US వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు. దేనికి, టు రైజ్ మిలియన్స్ ఆఫ్ డాలర్స్, అంటే వాళ్ళు 200 బిలియన్స్ ఇచ్చారు, టు రైజ్ $3 బిలియన్. ఎవరికి ఇచ్చారు 250 బిలియన్ అంటే మన ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నారు దగ్గర ఇండియన్ కరెన్సీలో 1750 నుంచి 2000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఇచ్చారు. దేనికి ఇచ్చారు, ఎవరికి ఇచ్చారు అంటే ఇండియన్ అఫీషియల్స్కి ఇచ్చారు. ఎందుకు అంటే US ఇన్వెస్టర్ దగ్గర నుంచి, బ్యాంకర్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి 3 బిలియన్ అంటే 24 crores వాళ్ళ దగ్గర నుంచి 24,000 crores తీసుకురావాలి అని. సో ఇదంతా ఎవరు చేశారు, ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ అంతా ఎవరు చేశారు అంటే ఇక్కడ మన దగ్గర సిబి ఏదైతే ఉందో, సెబీ అని, సెక్యూరిటీస్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా మాదిగా, అక్కడ వాళ్ళకి US దే హ్యావ్ దిస్ యునైటెడ్ స్టేట్స్ సెక్యూరిటీస్ అండ్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్ కమిషన్, నాట్ ఈవెన్ బోర్డ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ కమిషన్, అంటే స్లైట్లీ సుపీరియర్ దెన్ ద బోర్డ్ ఆర్ ఇన్వెస్టిగేటివ్ ఏజెన్సీస్. వాళ్ళు ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ చేసి, ఇది నిన్న వెనస్డే, నథింగ్ టు డూ విత్ మహారాష్ట్ర పాలిటిక్స్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ parliament which is going to winter session going to start on 25th, that is Monday, November 25th. వాళ్ళు నిన్న వాళ్ళ మీడియాకి అనౌన్స్ చేశారు ఏది అంటే అదానీ గ్రూప్ చైర్మన్ గౌతమ్ అదానీ and 7 others have been charged by the government over a conspiracy. ఇది cheating and conspiracy case, not even economic offenses. Conspiracy to commit security and wire fraud. For what? To obtain funds from US investors and global financial institutes. అంటే బ్రైబు క్రైమ్ జరిగింది ఇండియాలో, బట్ చీటింగ్ చేయబోయేది, కాన్స్పిరెన్సీ చేసింది US సిటిజన్స్, US ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్స్, US ఇన్వెస్టర్స్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ గ్లోబల్ క్రైమ్ డన్ బై ఏ బిజినెస్ హౌస్ ఆర్ by a chairman of that business house. It is a serious offense. సో మనకి ఇప్పటిదాకా తెలిసింది ఏంటి అంటే ఇంత మట్టికి. ఇంకా వాట్ నెక్స్ట్ అనేది వీ హ్యావ్ టు సీ.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Clearly you have explained. This looks to be another BOFORS which is going to shake India. So who is going to be the VP Singh of 2024?
And there is one more angle. Apart from economic crime or bribe and going to cheat or this one, they also mentioned one more is obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
ఇక్కడ ఎట్లయితే మనం పోలీసులు వస్తే అంటే డిశ్చార్జ్ ఆఫ్ డ్యూటీకి అబ్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేస్తున్నట్టు అక్కడ వాళ్ళు కూడా అబ్స్ట్రక్షన్ చేసిన అక్కడ ఒక ఫ్రేమ్ ఇంకొక అనదర్ క్రైమ్. ఇదేమో ఫ్రాడ్, ఇదేమో అనదర్ obstruction in administration of justice in US. This is another crime they have booked.
Yeah. So this is very clear. That is why DRTSPR channels go by evidences, legal, constitutional, and rule of law. So this is there on your screen. That's why we brought it out. It's a very serious charge, and he is obstructing. They are obstructing judicial process. The same way it is happening in India. It's a shame. Joint Parliament Committee probing stock exchange involving the ex-chairman, Ms. Butcher, who has been indicted that she has helped Adani to grow illegally and she had vested interest. Everything has been proved in the media, but she doesn't want to come in front of Joint Parliament Committee. And those other members, they were trying to thrash the other member who any question. What is this shameful? People will hit you. आप समझिए जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट कमेटी जो है दूध का दूध पानी का पानी करना था. सेबी को लेकर स्टॉक एक्सचेंज को क्यों बुचर को आज तक नहीं लेके आए आप भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ? जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्लियरली कहा इसको सही तरीके से जांच होनी चाहिए, आपने यहां नहीं किया. आज अमेरिका से आदानी के ऊपर और 8 लोगों के ऊपर एक चार्जशीट फाइल हुआ और यहाँ पर क्लियरली ये बताया गया कि ये आदानी और ये 7 लोग मिलकर भारत में जो भी अधिकारी है वो अधिकारियों से झूठ बोलवा के वहां से अमेरिका के जो भी लोग हैं वहां से पैसे काफी थाउजेंड्स ऑफ करोड़ इन्होंने आदानी के ग्रुप में इन्वेस्ट करवाया. झूठ के माफी. क्योंकि हम यही कहते आए कि 2014 से लेके आज तक आदानी कितने गुने बड़े बन गए और वो लोग कोविड-19 के टाइम में जब लोग मर रहे थे, परेशान थे, ये और अंबानी फोर्ब्स में अमीरों की लिस्ट में चले गए और स्वयं मोदी जी ने उनकी तारीफ कर रहे थे जब यहाँ लोग मर रहे थे कोविड-19. देखिए गुजराती की चाल कैसा है. हम किसी के खिलाफ नहीं है. वी आर नॉट अगेंस्ट एनीवन. We have put everything on the screen and we are discussing. You can challenge us. We are ready to. How did Adani grow multifold right from 2014? You have to prove us. A public sector unit takes so many years to be set up. How is that Adani all of a sudden comes and takes over these public sector units, whether it is ports, airports, coal, anything you say, he is going to take away everything. How did you facilitate? If he is really come off true, then why Joint Parliament Committee is still sleeping on the probe against SEBI chairman? अगर ये सही तरीके से ऊपर आए, हमारे पार्लियामेंट की कमेटी जो खोज कर रही है अदानी के ऊपर, स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की चेयरमैन बुचर को आज तक क्यों सामने नहीं लाया सुप्रीम कोर्ट बोलने के बाद भी? ये बड़ा भ्रष्टाचार का ये है. यही एक नजराना है और हम थोड़े वीडियोस बताएंगे आपको. एज यूजुअल बाद में हमारे एक्सपर्ट से बात भी करवाता हूं मैं आपको. और उन्होंने कहा कि हम तैयार है, हम भी ये रास्ता अपनाएंगे, जो भी आया हमारे ऊपर उसको न्याय के रूप से ही हम भी उसको फाइट करेंगे. ये एक स्टेटमेंट आया.
prosecutors say that representatives from the ADANI group misrepresented this contract, covered up corruption, and misled US and international investors, and then were able to raise billions of dollars in bonds and loans for the company. Now, it's probably important to talk about who Gautam Adani is. He is one of the richest men in the world, the head of the Adani energy conglomerate. He currently resides in India, and court records suggest that at this time, US authorities have issued an arrest warrant for him, and that's now been handed over to foreign law enforcement. We've reached out to the Adani group. It's still very early in India, and at this time, we haven't had a comment from the Adani group.
So Prashant Bhushan
thank you.
An arrest warrant has been issued by US authorities against Gautam Adani. Will he hide in Modi's house? This is the senior Supreme Court lawyer, Prashant Bhushan. So let me just show you certain other things also. What they could have done with this 2,000 crores money. You could, this corruption. ये 2000 भ्रष्टाचार के पैसे से आप क्या कर सकते? You could redevelop 2 Narendra Modi stadiums with the money Adani is accused of bribing. For rupees 2,000 crore, you could fund RRR, Pushpa 2, Kalki 2989 AD. You could run Bhubaneswar for 3 years with 2,000 crores money. You could fund CBI for 2 years with 2,000 crores corruption money. Or you could just give it to BJP. Okay. That we don't want to. So I'm just giving you, I cannot play all which people have sent to me. US prosecutors charge Gautam Adani and others in alleged solar energy contract bribery case. Adani Green says the United States Department of Justice and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission have issued a criminal indictment and brought a civil complaint respectively in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York against our board members Gautam Adani and Sagar Adani. The United States Department of Justice have also included our board member Vineet Jain in such criminal indictment. In light of these developments, our subsidiaries have presently decided not to proceed with the proposed USD denominated bond offerings. They have stopped even bond offerings. Last time when short seller Hindenburg was trying to expose Adani, patriotism came to the fore. जब हिंडनबर्ग ने एक्सपोज किया, सवाल किया अदानी को, तब सब बोले हम भारतवासी है, हमारे भारत अदानी को ये कर रहे. उन सभी से मेरा एक ही सवाल है, जब ये लोग ये कर रहे थे, अदानी को एक अच्छा मौका था पार्लियामेंट कमेटी में आकर दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी और भ्रष्टाचार को खत्म करने का, और बुचर जो भी सेबी के चेयरमैन है उसको उनके सामने पेश होने की अदानी उनको कंपल करना था. क्यों नहीं किया आप? Why you could not do it? So that raises all serious doubts. Your comment, Srinivasa Reddy, before I show further things.
Yeah. See, Hindenburg is a short seller. It's a private entity. So there is some what you call is the credibility. You can question, doubt. But today, it is the US government, US crime division. Under US laws, there are 2 laws. One is Foreign Corruption Practices Act, FCPA. That is one act. Second is Foreign Extortion Prevention Act, FEPA. So these are 2 powerful acts which US government or the prosecution has put on these 8 individuals. And what this act in brief says, Foreign Corruption Prevention Act says is the objective of this act is to persons and entities making unlawful act like corruption, furtherance of an offer, promise, authorization, or payment of money or anything of value, directly or indirectly, to a foreign official for the purpose of obtaining or retaining business for or directing business to any person. So it's very elaborative. Even the bribes are given in India for Indian government officials, but the objective is to loot the investors and banks and other global organizations on US land. So that is why they have invoked this under criminal offenses like conspiracy and cheating. And what are the grounds? US prosecutors, they have leveled 5 grounds and charges on top. What we call in India is charges. In US, they are called count. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are they in gist? Is count 1, conspiracy to violate the Foreign Corrupt Practice Act. So they have violated this act through a conspiracy. Second is securities fraud conspiracy. Securities, that's the reason US Securities Exchange Commission stepped in. Third is wire fraud conspiracy. Fourth is securities frauds relating to 2021 bond offering. That is the reason today he has written a letter to both the stock exchange in India, BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, and National Stock Exchange, telling that this is the development happened in US. So now we are withdrawing that bond offering.
Yeah.
That is, it is like he is withdrawing. But already, that is the reason they are saying conspiracy. See, it is like an attempt to murder. Murder has not happened, but he has attempted. So, crime has happened. Probably he might have not benefited, or that crime has not attained its finality. So, he has attempted. So, there is a conspiracy behind who is the mastermind that they are going to chase. So, another last count is the conspiracy to obstruct judiciary. So they are not cooperating. Probably that's the reason today this document, what we are showing, is made public, not to embrace India, but these so-called indicted individuals. And they have not even mentioned the company, because company means ownership can change, and there are a lot of employees are there. There are a lot of stakeholders. So they have, to a large extent, they never mentioned Gautam, that Adani Group or Adani company names. Only they have mentioned the individuals who are part and parcel of this conspiracy by giving bribes in India. They want to, whatever they did, all these things. It is very clear. The senior executives and directors of this so-called company, under the instructions of these 8 people, what were to obtain and finance massive state energy supply contracts through corruption and fraud at the expense of US investors.
Yeah.
They are this whole case is they did a conspiracy to loot US investors.
Right.
So it is a very, very serious criminal charges. So that is the reason indictment is of very detailed 54 pages on these individuals.
Right. This is a serious offense. The same thing which has happened in India. How his shares are just improving without any basic source of attempt to showcase. That means everything is in the air. They are building castles in the air with stock exchange and again banks funding it. If it is one time, how it has increased 7 times and then 300 times, we have shown DRTSPR channels through economist Narasimha Reddy. How he has bribed India market, investors, banks, how they were looted. The same thing he tried to do in America, he is caught. In India, still Joint Parliament Committee is in a sleeping mode. With due respects to all elected representatives, आप निद्रा में हैं. इसी तरह की लूट, 1 रुपया का वो 7 रुपये बनाते हैं, दिखाते हैं, 7 रुपये को 300 रुपये दिखा के बैंक से हर जगह से पैसे लूटते हैं. और हम जैसे गरीब या जो मिडिल क्लास जो लोग हैं, हिंदुत्व के नाम पे मोदी के साथ है, मोदी के साथ है, सब मिलके पैसे उसमें इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. 1 रुपये के जो शेयर को 1000 रुपये लेके, क्योंकि इस तरह वो बैलून के जो बोलते हैं ना, इस तरह उसको फैलाया गया ताकि 1 रुपया 1000 रुपये दिखे और हम जैसे लोग उसमें जाके शामिल होते हैं और ये लूट के अमीर बनता है. लेकिन जब जमीन पे कुछ नहीं रहेगा. समझ गए ना मंजिलें कहां बन रही है? इसी की खोज, जो इसी की जो इंक्वायरी जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट कमेटी ने कर रही है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के पर्दाए में. लेकिन वहां स्टॉक एक्सचेंज की बुचर चेयरमैन जाती ही नहीं वहां पर और वो आगे ही नहीं बढ़ता. इसी दौर पर अमेरिका को भी इसी तरह गुमराह करने की यहाँ भारतीय अधिकारी जो भी यहाँ इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है वो स्टेट्स या हर जगह, वो 1 रुपये का 10 रुपया बना के वहां पर भी अमेरिका के लोगों को, वहां के स्टॉक एक्सचेंज को भी इसी तरह गुमराह करने की जो साजिश किया है वो बाहर आया और वहां पकड़ा गया. तो till proved no one is guilty, we are not here to judge anyone. This is the disclaimer. But this is a serious charge. Now Adani will have any this thing to say. This is against India, conspiracy against India, as he has claimed in during Hindenburg. पूरा देश को मैं एक भारतीय हूं, मेरे को बर्बाद कर रहे ये लोग, सब झूठे हैं. आज आधार के साथ आपके सामने हैं. और भारत में भी क्या हो रहा अदानी जी, आपकी जांच आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ रही है? पार्लियामेंट कमेटी हो या सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, अगर आप ईमानदार है, इफ यू आर इनोसेंट, इफ यू आर हॉनेस्ट, व्हाई जॉइंट पार्लियामेंट कमेटी प्रोब और सुप्रीम कोर्ट प्रोब इज नॉट गोइंग अहेड? नाउ व्हाट इज दैट यू हैव टू से टू दिस सीरियस चार्जेस with evidences now they have released? It is there in the public domain, Mr. Adani. Still you want to say they are working against India and India is only Adani? No, Mr. Adani. India is people, their rights and resources. अगर भारत बात करते हैं, भारत में हम जैसे सभी नागरिक है, उनके हक और जो भी रिसोर्सेस है, ये सभी लोगों को उनको हकदार है. And I'll show you another one, sir, before I again ask you to comment. Another interesting video I'll try to show. Sampitra Live, he says those states were opposite states. Then after what happened after these states? That is why we say Adani case, another BOFORS 2024. Who is the VP Singh? Who is going to bell the cat in BJP? And who is the commission agent through which all this money has been usurped? Even during TDP last time, Adani has invested in Andhra Pradesh in database, which I don't want to. This I wanted to play.
जादू हो रहा है इस देश में अडानी के साथ, वो बता देती हूँ. सीबीआई ने एनडीटीवी को रेड किया. एनडीटीवी किसने खरीदा? अडानी ने. सीसीआई ने अंबुजा सीमेंट को रेड किया. अंबुजा सीमेंट किसने खरीदा? अडानी ने. ईडी ने जीवीके को रेड किया. जीवीके का एयरपोर्ट किसने खरीदा? अडानी ने. इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने क्विंट को रेड किया. क्विंट को किसने खरीदा? अडानी ने. इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट ने नेल्लोर कृष्णापट्टनम पोर्ट को रेड किया. किसने खरीदा वो पोर्ट? अडानी ने. और सबसे बड़ी बात, संघी सीमेंट को खरीदना चाहता था श्री सीमेंट. श्री सीमेंट क्या रेड हो गई? किसने खरीदा संघी सीमेंट? अडानी ने. ये जादू नरेंद्र मोदी कर रहे हैं. 30 सेकंड में क्या जादू हो रहा है इस देश में अडानी के साथ, वो बता देती हूँ. सीबीआई ने एनडीटीवी को रेड किया. एनडीटीवी किसने खरीदा? अडानी ने. सीसीआई ने अंबुजा सीमेंट को रेड.
Yeah, we just believe in giving you idea. How did he buy after raids? Mr. Modi and Amit Shah has to. And so here he has clearly denied that he has done anything wrong. So that also we are trying to show you. Then Rahul Gandhi, what did he say?
it's now pretty clear and established in America that Mr. Adani has broken both American law and Indian law. He's been indicted in the United States. And I'm wondering why Mr. Adani is still running around a free man in this country. Chief ministers have been arrested. Jharkhand chief minister was arrested. Many people have been arrested. And Mr. Adani has done apparently one 2,000 crore scam, multiple others probably, but he's scot-free. He's running around. There's no problem. There's no investigation. And we've been raising this again and again and again. We've been raising it with the Madhvi Buch issue. We've been raising it. And it's a vindication of what we've been saying. The Prime Minister is protecting Mr. Adani. And the Prime Minister is involved in corruption with Mr. Adani. This has been clearly indicated.
Yeah. That is what Rahul Gandhi had to say.
Yeah.
And another one video, I think it is the same.
Fine. Politics apart.
प्रधानमंत्री की एक तरीके से साठगांठ है और लगातार आपका जो स्टैंड है वो विंडिकेट कहीं ना कहीं हुआ। क्या आपको लगता है, क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं कि इनको अरेस्ट होना चाहिए भारत में भी, जो राज्य सरकारें हैं और जो रिपोर्ट आई है, जो फैसला है, उसमें भी कई राज्य सरकारों की संलिप्ति है जिन्होंने ब्राइब ली है, तो क्या जो राज्य सरकारें हैं, चाहे वो कर्नाटक सरकार हो, तेलंगाना ने MOU साइन किया 2024 इकोनॉमिक फोरम में, क्या प्रोएक्टिव कदम लेके आप अपनी सरकारों को संदेश देंगे?
बिल्कुल अदानी जी का अरेस्ट होना चाहिए और जो भी इस मामले में इन्वॉल्व है उस पर कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, चाहे वो कहीं का भी हो, कोई भी हो। आपने स्टेट्स के नाम लिए, राजस्थान भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व है। कुछ ही महीने पहले बीजेपी की सरकार ने इसी तरीके का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट राजस्थान में किया, एंड विच इज द अदर स्टेट, महाराष्ट्र में भी बीजेपी की सरकार ने ऐसा ही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट किया है। वही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट छत्तीसगढ़ में था। तो मेरा कहना है जहां भी ये हुआ है, चाहे ऑपोजिशन की सरकार हो, चाहे बीजेपी की सरकार हो, इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए, पनिशमेंट होनी चाहिए। मगर मेन बात है, जो किंग पिन है, जो सेंटर है, उसको जेल में जाना चाहिए, अरेस्ट होना चाहिए और उसका इन्वेस्टिगेशन होना चाहिए, इंटरोगेशन होना चाहिए, पता लगाना चाहिए कि इसके पीछे कौन है।
Yeah, I think we have shown, because so many other videos are there, many have sent, but because of lack of time, I'm just trying to show you.
Yeah, so apart from politics and irrespective of which state and who is in power, whether it is Congress or BJP, see, the crime is bribing government officials, not governments. Please try to understand. And US courts are least bothered about who is in the state government and which party is ruling that state. They are only, the crux of the case is that there is a corruption, bribing happened to government officials in India. To that extent,
very openly.
Yes, to that extent, the case is. Then why they bribed is that they want to get some contracts in this green energy, that solar energy, and with those contracts, they want to come to US and cheat US investors to the tune of 3 million. Means 24 in India currency it is around 24,000 to 26,000 crores. So that is the crime. So that is why they have mentioned 5 accounts, as I mentioned, 5 counts, 5 charges. Then, as per the US law, what next? So, trial. So, there are some charges, serious criminal charges on these 8 individuals. They have to face the trial. If, as I said, if there is no material evidence, then they will be acquitted, no problem. If they are convicted, because these are very, very serious offences, and I will just read out what are the even prison term and the penalties, how serious they are, unlike in India. So securities fraud, up to 20 years in prison and up to 5 million fine. Conspiracy to commit securities fraud, 5 years prison and fines up to $250,000. Third is the wire fraud conspiracy charge. Again, it is 20 years prison and heavy fines. Of course, it all depends upon the seriousness. So they will give fines. They have not mentioned this one. So the Foreign Corruption Practice Act charges, if they have proven, then it is again 5 years imprisonment and fine. So here, by just saying it is BJP versus Congress, Rahul versus Modi, no. US prosecutors are least bothered about Indian politics, and today itself, Nairobi government has withdrawn a contract, cancelled a contract to Adani Group, keeping this all in consideration. So what I mean to say to the is that if these, what next? If these charges are proved, then there is going to be serious repercussions. In US, apart from the individuals' imprisonment, fines, over and above, forfeiting of the assets derived from the criminal activity, including proceedings from the bribery, fraud and obstruction schemes. So whatever money is there, this 2,000 crores given to the bribe, that also will be recovered by US prosecutors, not India, whether it is in the form of cash or it is converted into any assets. Over and above, the benefits to the company, not only to these indicted individuals, to the company also, those things also will be forfeited assets. So it's a very, very, what I mean to say is severe and serious punishments, fines, and also forfeiting of the assets, both made out by the group companies and also the individuals who has benefited out of this crime proceedings. So here, I don't think no individual or government can save these people. If there is a material evidence which can be taken into consideration by the judge of that court. Of course, again, there are, like India, we have different levels, appeal, again, review, then curative petitions, like that. It will take time. But at the trial, if there is a material evidence in the trial court, these are the consequences. But both for these 8 indicted individuals and the repercussions on others and entities also.
Right, so thank
you.
So
it is not local politics, not domestic politics, tu me.
So it is not local politics of Indian type. It's a serious offense in nature. So they have leveled